Agitated stream of reactions from the opposition, followed by from the ruling party. I tried my best to ensure there was order in the house. That turned out to be tough. Emotions ran high on either side, and there was no accommodating spirit. Ultimately, to discharge such a solemn constitutional obligation and to ensure highest traditions are maintained, I took the only step available that the address be laid on the table of the House. That was done. I wish certain things had not happened. In democracy, it is the right of the opposition to agitate their grievance. There was occasion when treasury benches, legislators and ministers virtually physically blocked the governor. That can't be appreciated. That is not a mature approach in democracy. Treasury benches and opposition can wrestle with each other, not physically but otherwise, but surely the office of the governor and the speaker must be away from it. I tried to persuade both sides. I made earnest effort to ensure the tempers cooled down. Cooperation was not coming from either side. Ultimately, the onerous task cast upon me by the Constitution had to be performed. As governor, I cannot land the state in a constitutional crisis. And this I had to avert with hardly any cooperation from any side.
Sir, Shubhendu Adhikari, the leader of opposition, has said that the governor was assaulted by TMC women MLAs. What would you say about that? Because they had blocked your way.
Well, you can put question to him for more details, but something which I never imagined and something that should never have happened. Presiding over the House as governor, I directed the Secretary of the Assembly to call for the marshal, because in such like situations, it is the marshal who plays the role. It is the marshal who is required to take by command. It is the marshal who is required to help the governor or the speaker to restore order. The Secretary of the Assembly gave in writing then and there that he has conveyed to the marshal, who has declined. This is not a small development. This is a very serious development. A marshal of the Assembly, chief marshal, can act in this manner. Where are we landing? I expect the treasury benches and the opposition to soul search in the backdrop of today's proceedings. Democracy is very important for us. Dilution of democratic values, running down rule of law, getting away from constitutional norms is very painful. This is hard-earned democracy. We cannot afford to dilute it. Dialogue, deliberation, discussion, constructive cooperation, collaboration, these are quintessence of democracy. I did not see them today. I hope things will look up. The Honorable Chief Minister, immediately after the proceedings of the House were over, She came to Rajbhavan. We interacted for some time. And I am sure as a result of our discussion, things must improve. In democracy, by number, some people get the right to govern. And that is democratic way of life. But that does not mean that the opposition has no space. The space of the opposition, the voice of the opposition is equally prominent in democracy, and that must also be heard. The opposition also is required to come up to high standards. This is a day which must persuade all of us to engage in introspection, soul searching, so that we do not have such kind of repetition in future. Thank you.